Shalom. All praise and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah Bashem Akakodash. Double to the elder apostles and honors and salutations to you, Akim, this laboring. This is a video that's going to be entitled Reproduction. And it's based on the article, um, which initially I was just watching the news, watching the live feed news, RT live stream, and they had a video, and it was about a trans athlete competing in the Olympics. All right, and I'm going to get that article, which I already got it pulled up on cue. But it's basically a male. All right, the person was born a male or a man child, and they had basically the so-called switch from being a male to a female, meaning probably got his rod cut off, what have you, and taking hormonal pills, all that, right? But this person's actually competing in the Olympics in Tokyo. Okay, so I'm gonna get that, but first, this is the word reproduction, because that's the name of this video, reproduction. It says reproduction, act of forming again, noun of action from reproduce. It says of generation of living things. So there you go. It says the process, and these are the definitions. The process of generating offspring. Yeah, offspring. Children. How can one do that if you're lying with the same sex, right? How can you reproduce? All right. I'm gonna go down to the last definition, which it says the sexual activity of conceiving and bearing offspring. So conceiving, going with the man putting his seed in the woman. The woman nourished the seed for 9 months, which is it's a baby, seed, baby, fetus, whatever. Same thing, but pretty much the woman incubates the seed, all right, for 9 months. Then she pushes it through her womb, or give birth, right? So you see it says synonyms: procreation, breeding, facts of life. So let's go to the article, and this is from The Guardian, because they took the video down. I actually had a video up. I was going to show a snippet of the video, like I said, on the RT news clip, but they took it down. Now, this is from The Guardian. It says, weightlifter Laurel Hubbard will be first trans athlete to compete at Olympics. And this person is from New Zealand, by the way. It says the New Zealand weightlifter Laurel Hubbard is poised to make history and headlines, as well as significant controversy, after being confirmed as the first transgender athlete to compete at an Olympic Games. The 43-year-old, who will be the fourth oldest weightlifter at an Olympics, is regarded as a genuine medal contender in the women's super heavyweight 87 kilograms plus category in Tokyo. But while her inclusion has been welcomed by trans groups, it has also been questioned by those who believe she has unfair advantages in strength and power, having gone through male puberty before transitioning in 2012. So, right there, they're addressing the fact that this person was born a man, or man child, right? A male. So they already highlighting that the physical advantages that this Laurel Hubbard is going to have, that this guy is going to have, actually. This is a guy, This guy is going to have during the Olympic Games. It says, speaking after her selection was announced, Hubbard, who won silver at the 2017 Women's World Championships, said she was delighted to make the Olympics after recovering from a serious arm injury at the 2018 Commonwealth Games. It says, I'm reading it raw, but I'll read a little more. says, I am grateful and humbled by the kindness and support that has been given to me by so many New Zealanders, she said, which should say he said. Again, it's a he, not a she. All right. When I broke my arm at the Commonwealth Games 3 years ago, I was advised that my sporting career had likely reached its end. But your support, your encouragement, and your Aurora affection carried me through the darkness. So, um, this individual, this guy, he wants to be in the weight competition with the girls, all right, with the women, all right. It says basically that he's going to be his first time competing at this level, and they know that he's going to win pretty much because of the born genetics that men and women are born with. The men, we're born far superior in strength than women. All right, and that's the big red flag that people have. They're like, this is unfair. In the video I watched earlier on RT News, they were saying it was unfair. You had women actually speaking out saying it was unfair to the actual women that were competing because he was born a man. And they have a point, to say the least. They have a point. But this goes to show you that first and foremost, that this place is definitely Simon Egypt, all right. And more importantly, this is a sinful kingdom, because this is something going to be put on the world stage. There are little kids out in the world that actually watch the Olympics. I've been watching the Olympics since I was a kid. I hardly watch it anymore, the past several years. But as a kid, you watched the Olympics. I remember watching the Dream Team. I remember watching the '96 of the Olympic team, the 2000 Olympic team, 2004, so on and so forth, right? I remember watching those games, and pretty much, that's something that's going to influence a kid's mind at such a young age, which is the most critical age of a person to learn, is when they're a child. You learn the most when you're a child, when you first come in this world, all right, as far as things that are basic things to know in life, like reading, writing, speaking, communicating. You learn about, your nature, all that, right? So, a platform like the Olympic Games, all right, is very, very, very much put on the pedestal to where everyone can watch. Now, this is Proverbs 11:1. It says, "A false balance is abomination to the Lord." All right, and it's all caps, so that'd be the Most High. All right, Yahweh. All right, Ba'ashem Yahushua. So a false balance is an abomination to him. All right, it says, but a just weight is his delight. Yeah, just weight. Now, what's a perfect example of a false balance or imbalance, right? Because you gotta remember, the Heavenly Father had his Son to create male and female, right? And basically, that was the order, all right, set up at the beginning, and pretty much, male and female created to reproduce, meaning what? To bear, to pass on the seed, all right, from the man to the woman, and she to bear the child for 9 months, all right, and then push the child through her wombs, okay, which is called fruitful and multiplying in the scriptures. All right, so an imbalance would be two of the same sex, says a lack of balance or state of disequilibrium, instability, unbalance. All right, so pretty much, this is going against the Heavenly Father's wishes, and we that believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, those of us Israelites, we're against it as well, because it's a very evil and wicked thing what's going on as far as influencing children with that, and then also it's a wicked thing in itself. All right, now you got this cancel culture out that trying to silence us Israelites that be of a righteous mind, because we speak out against wickedness, and especially involving this kingdom, man, and the things that which this kingdom is ran by Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, but all the things that's allowed within his kingdom, and what makes him to be the wicked, right? So, I mean, the point being is that a man on man can't be a balance. All right, that's an imbalance, all right, or unbalanced, right? Because they can't reproduce, they can't procreate together. Neither can a woman with a woman. They can't procreate together. That's why there's a balance. All right, men, we have the seed. We insert our seed into the woman. All right, let's go to because I spoke about abomination, and this is the reason why the Bible is being attacked by Esau and his kingdom or his society, because the Bible is morals. The Bible is morality and righteousness. All right, and the so-called white man Esau Edom, he's an unrighteous man. Right? He's a wicked man, right? He's immoral, right? Leviticus 20:13. If a man also lie with mankind as he lied with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to excuse me. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood should be upon them. Now, this is something that guys like Vocab Malone, he won't even address this subject matter, man. But yet he'll speak out against us as if we're bad men. But he called himself trying to protect the gospel, right? Which he don't do. Why he's not speaking out against these type of dealings that's going on within Esau, Edom's kingdom? He only attacks us because you know why? We actually know the Bible, and we actually teach the Bible in its true in its entirety. All right, there's no private interpretation that we're giving. All right, that's plain right there. It says if a man lie with another man, as he lied with a woman, they committed an abomination, and technically they're supposed to be put to death. All right, now am I encouraging that? No, I'm just reading to you how the Heavenly Father's law, all right, is written and how it's supposed to be executed. During the Dark Ages, these type of things, all right, that's going on in this society, the Dark Ages, which is pre-Renaissance, which is the so-called white man coming back into power, right, Esau, right? And even up in during the time of King James, which was an Israelite, by the way, so-called black man, those type of people were publicly being put to death. All right, so I'm not encouraging someone to go out and do that. No, I'm not saying that. I'm making the point and showing you how an unrighteous society, all right, which this society is an unrighteous society, right, is ran versus a righteous society, right? And that's simply what I'm conveying. You know, no, you don't go out there and try to take someone's life because of that. Because you know what? This is Esau. This is his kingdom. He run his kingdom. All right, the way the Heavenly Father allowed him to run his kingdom, and it just goes to show you that he is truly the wicked. All right. Romans chapter 1, verse. I'm gonna start at 26. All right. Well, I start 25. And this is Paul, by the way. All right, and we're gonna hear Paul reiterate what I read in Leviticus 20 and 13. Because why would Paul say these things? Right. Remember, Paul was a Pharisee and he knew the law. A Pharisee was someone that matter of fact, let's pull that up. A Pharisee is somebody that they knew the law. They were strict in the law. All right, Pharisee. All right, let's go to. It says, member of ancient Jewish sect, right? Which should be it should say ancient Israelites. But it says, distinguished by strict observance, but regarded as pretentious and self-righteous, at least by. Let's go to something else. It says, separatists. Oh, here we go. Definitions. A member of ancient, and I don't like to use the word Jewish because that's a made up term, but a member of ancient Israelites sect noted for strict obedience in Israelite traditions, which keeping the law. All right, that's what it should say. All right, keeping the law, because that was the main thing. All right, keeping the law, govern ourselves according to the Most High's law. All right, as a people. Romans 1 and 25. Who changed the truth of the Heavenly Father into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who was blessed forever? Amen, or so be true. All right, so in this society, you got where people are actually worshiping creatures, meaning what? Or I can say a creature, because this is Esau's kingdom. He is a creature too, right? We're all creatures, right? Meaning what? We're all beings. All right, but the Creator, all right, is forgotten about. He's forgotten about because why? The so-called white man Esau thinks that the Creator set things up wrong. See, Esau is self-righteous in his own mind. All right, verse 26. For this cause, that new father gave them up unto vile affections. Yeah, and that's exactly what that is. You know, because I guarantee this guy is dating some other guy. All right, or with some other guy, as far as in relations. All right, or relationship status rather. It says, for this cause, that new father gave them up unto vile affections, for even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. Yeah, you know, because you have women, all right, that are lying with women. All right, this whole bisexual thing is vast, you know, to say the least. It's very vast throughout the world, man, the globe itself. Many societies have it where you have lesbianism, you have homosexuality on the rise. You know, I was speaking to an individual, and they was noting how it's becoming a big issue within their community. And this person was actually an Edomite, right? So it says, verse 27, and likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one toward another, men with men working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat. So, pretty much, you know, I had to let my windows up. Sorry, but pretty much, The men leave with the natural use of the woman, which the natural use of the woman is to be a wife to the man. All right, a woman's supposed to get with a man, and that's how you procreate. You know, you don't see even in nature, as far as the beasts of the field or different living things, you don't see them lying with the same sex and procreating. No, that's against procreation. You know, so how can you think you're doing well, how can a person think they're doing the right thing by lying with the same sex? All right, it doesn't make sense to begin with. All right, you can't even begin to make it make sense. All right, now in this world we currently live in, all right, you're actually encouraged to explore, the wicked lusts, all right, that you have, as far as, if you're into pedophilia, you're encouraged to explore that. All right, they're trying to treat people as if it's a normal thing, or is it something to be okayed or acceptable? And if you don't accept it, then you're a bad person. You're what they say, uh you're what's the term they use? Salakia. It's a term they use for when you're against something, right? They use one thing they'll say you homophobic and all that old crazy shit. They always say stuff like that, but they'll say many things, man. I can't think of the term they use. They use it quite frequently too. I know it's in the back of my head, but anyways, this whole cancel culture, um, for you, basically you speaking out against something that's not right, you're canceled for it. All right, even amongst the internet. All right, they're trying to ban things, right? But simply put, if you're saying if you're saying in God we trust on your seals of your state and the country, and pretty much everything you do, you swear and use the Bible, right? You're saying the God you trust. Well, it can't be the God of the Bible, because the God of the Bible is against everything that's done in this society, as far as the wicked things, which that's mainly what the society is about, is being wicked. All right, more people are wicked than righteous. All right, the righteous are few. And more importantly, the righteous is us Israelites that believe in Yahweh Shem Shah and do His will. All right. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 15, or also known as Sirach, chapter 15, verse 13. It says, "The Lord hated all abomination, and they that fear the Heavenly Father love it not." All right, so I mean, we love Yahweh Shem Shah. How we show we love Him? By doing our best to keep the laws, commandments, and statutes. All right, doing the work. All right, that's the way we show we love the Most High and His Son, by being obedient servants. And so we don't love the things that go on in this world. We can't accept it, because just like Lot, we're vexed. We're vexed in spirit with the filthy, abominable acts that go on around us, and the things that influence our children. Okay. Yeah, we don't agree with the Dwayne Wades of the world, or the Will and Jada Smiths of the world. They allow their children to be influenced and get into things like this. See? And if that makes us bad, well, so be it. So be it. But we show our love to Yahweh Shem Shai by doing what's commanded of us and standing up for righteousness. All right? And promoting righteousness. So, with that, Lord willing, you are edified. And until next time, I say shalom.